Hey there, it's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and today I want to talk to you about cybersecurity. In case you haven't noticed, there's been a major disruption in the energy infrastructure here in the United States after a group called DarkSide basically took down the Colonial Pipeline, which is one of the largest pipeline systems supplying energy, namely oil and gas, to the entire eastern seaboard. And it's been a long time since we've heard about these kinds of cyber attacks where foreign actors will come in and attempt to lock down a piece of infrastructure here in the States, looking for ransom, like modern day pirates. And when I think about this, I can't help but giggle a little bit. My son's favorite song right now is Judas Priest's Breaking the Law, which is a song about people that are down and out, basically going out and causing mayhem in mid 1980s United Kingdom. But you see that there's a similar kind of mentality here with these folks, across the way. We're not sure exactly where this dark side is located. But you see a similar story amongst hackers that are coming in and seeing Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies soar, and being technically savvy, they'll come in and they'll attack companies, they'll attack governments. I used to live in Baltimore City, and they were attacked by ransomware. Pirates doing the same kind of thing. But what makes this attack particularly special is that it was the largest attack on a piece of an American energy infrastructure. We've seen smaller attacks, on specific parts of the energy infrastructure, but this is the largest one on a pipeline, and it's as I'm speaking now, it still hasn't been resolved. Almost 4 or 5 days in. So this is a big deal, and I expect that the pipeline will be restored and energy will continue to flow. But this kind of problem isn't going away anytime soon. So really, a lot of energy companies that have seen this happen, they're scrambling right now to make sure that they're safe. And alongside with the Biden administration, they're working very hard with critical infrastructure players, not just in energy, but say utilities or other government institutions, making sure that they are not susceptible to this kind of attack. And it all leads to big upside for companies that specialize in cybersecurity. So for you today, I've got a really good, easy play to get into this. Into cybersecurity and ride the upside. Even if we don't see another attacks through the end of the year, that'll probably be a good thing because companies have shored up their holes in their networks to keep these kinds of things from happening. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at my favorite play right now in the sector. So, first and foremost, company is we're looking at an ETF. This is IHAK. This is the iShares Trust Cybersecurity and Tech ETF, and it specializes in cybersecurity. There are some big names in the cybersecurity world that comprise the top holdings, like Fortinet, ticker FNFT, Proofpoint, PFPT, Palo Alto Networks, that's ticker PANW, Juniper Networks, ticker JNPR. A lot of really big names in the space, and also cloud. They've also got cloud computing companies like VMware. Just companies that help you basically keep your network secure, keep your stuff in the cloud, managed by professional security teams. So a lot of good stuff going on in the ETF, IHAK here. Now, normally I focus exclusively on breakouts, but this is a company this is an ETF rather, that transcends traditional breakouts. I expect that the rush into cybersecurity is going to be fierce. And right now it's tough to say which names are going to benefit best So IHAK is a great catch-all kind of opportunity that gives you exposure to 50 plus names in the cybersecurity space. So a lot, low price too. Just under $40 a share. So some of the companies in this ETF are $200, $300 a share. So you get one low price, big basket in a big burgeoning field here. But why do I like them right now? Well, as you can see, the ETF soared basically, much of the end, through the end of 2020, but we pulled back considerably along with the rest of tech. But in terms of a rebound, I think cybersecurity is on its way higher, while maybe some other areas of tech that have been really saturated, like work from home stocks or some EV names that were soaring through the roof, they've pulled back as alongside cybersecurity industry in general. But I do expect when we have a rebound in tech, and we will see a rebound, we're already starting to see it here in IHAK, that cybersecurity is going to outperform as we move higher. So we've got we've broken below the 50-day moving average through much of March, but making a comeback here. What I really like here is that the 50-day moving average is flattening out. We've held here so far at the 200-day moving average, and I'm going to pull up here. I don't like to put on a lot of technical indicators. I don't use them, to be honest with you, but this is one I think that's worth looking at. This is a retracement chart. It's called a Fibonacci retracement chart, and it helps you see basically where key levels of resistance or support are going to be based on the Fibonacci sequence. And you can basically ignore everything, but this middle line here, the 0.5, that constitutes a 50% retracement from a low to a high. In this case, we've got the low here from November, top here in January, and you see here that the stock, when it dropped here, it held at this 50% retracement line from that low to high. We've got two good tests here, in March, and we've got an attempt here as of the open here on Tuesday. To get there, and didn't even get close at the open here, and holding currently at the 38% retracement line. The lines themselves don't matter much. It's the psychology of a 50% drop from a top here. You see the stock here have two good tests, possibly three if you count the one here from Tuesday, and that's really bullish to see the stock just an ETF in this case soar off that 50% line and hold twice. That looks really good. And on a longer term basis, here's the only other thing I really wanted to show you. On a longer term basis, you see here, let me turn off this retracement and throw on this trend line. I love trends. And you see here the stock, or the ETF, has been in an uptrend here basically since March of 2020. You see this beautiful trend line here. We got really kicking off, or test. I should say the trend was started here in November, but each of the this is a weekly chart, mind you. On a weekly basis, the ETF has remained above this trend line, and even though we've seen a little bit of a pullback here, we're still holding at the trend line. We've got the 50-week moving average as support, and healthy support here. We haven't even really come close, but as long as we hold this trend line, we hold this 50-week moving average, and this 50% retracement line, I think we got a lot to love here for this ETF moving higher. I could easily see it moving to $50 or higher as the big rush into cybersecurity comes into play. So, if you're looking for a timely play in tech with really high potential profit down the road, take a closer look at IHAK. That is the iShares Trust Cybersecurity and Tech ETF. And keep yourself safe at home. Make sure your home computers are safe. Make sure your phones are you're clearing your cache and keeping that safe too. At the consumer level, you never know. But anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video for Rich Retirement TV. I'm J-Rod, and I'll see you next week.